Ethan Liming is the 17-year-old who was beaten to death in Akron earlier this summer. A grand jury indicted 3 young men in the case.
And those men are not facing murder charges, but lesser charges, including involuntary manslaughter. News 5 investigator Tara Morgan has new details from one of those defense attorneys about the argument he plans to make in court.
What they're hearing is this.
This is not the toy gun in the Ethan Liming case, but Attorney John Sin says it is similar to what police now have as evidence.
This firearm, or this toy gun, looks like a toy gun. Yeah. But on this dark night, all the boys in the basketball court are hearing sounds.
Sin is Deshaun Stafford's attorney. Stafford, his brother, Tyler, and their cousin, Donovan Jones, are all charged in Liming's death. Deshaun Stafford facing the most serious charge of felony 1 involuntary manslaughter.
It seemed pretty clear from the beginning of the case that it was a self-defense case.
Liming died in the parking lot of the I Promise school in early June. Detectives said he was repeatedly punched and kicked. Police say Liming and a group of friends went to the school, and at least one of them fired a water bead blaster at the 3 young men playing basketball.
At some point, one of the boys figured out that it was a toy gun, or thought it was a toy gun, started yelling, "It's a toy, it's a toy, it's a toy." And the boys on the court started trying to leave the court through the exit, at which point the boys from the Kia all got out and tried to block their exit.
Sin wants this case dismissed, but if it does go to trial, he plans to claim self-defense under Ohio's Stand Your Ground law.
It does apply to them. Whether people don't like it or not, these boys are protected by the same law that protected Kyle Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted after claiming self-defense when he shot 3 people, killing 2 in Kenosha, Wisconsin, during unrest. In the Liming case, Sin says the 3 young men were minding their own business when trouble came to them.
But if they realized at one point it was a toy gun, were their lives no longer in immediate danger?
What we get to then is whether or not these boys use deadly force. And I think I might agree with you that at some point, if the threat of being shot was no longer a threat, and the only threat coming at them was getting beat up, then they can't really respond with deadly force. And they didn't. This was a punch. This was boys getting punched, boys punching back, and the ground doing the damage.
Sin says Deshaun has a bullet in his hip from when he was shot as a bystander during a drive-by a few years ago, a detail Sin says he can bring up to show his client's perception.
They don't really even have to put on a great deal of evidence to support it. It's enough for them to say this was an act of self-defense.
Case Western law professor Mike Benza says the new Ohio law shifted the burden to the prosecutor.
Essentially, what it requires the prosecutors to do is to convince the jury to not believe the defendants were actually afraid.
Ohio law no longer requires you to try to run from a situation first before using deadly force.
In this case, it's going to, I think, be some issue about the degree of force they used that wasn't probably deadly force, even though it resulted in somebody dying.
The 3 young men have pre-trials in late September. I'm News 5 investigator Tara Morgan.
Now, the attorney for Tyler Stafford says he believes Ohio's Stand Your Ground law will be an issue, and a jury will have to decide if the prosecutors have proven his client did not act in self-defense. Now, we did reach out to Liming's father, who referred us to his attorney. We have yet to hear back.
Okay, so let's go in depth for a second on these Stand Your Ground laws. Ohio is one of 38 states considered a Stand Your Ground state. In these states, there is no duty to retreat from an attacker. 11 states impose a duty to retreat when one can safely do so. Wisconsin, for example, though, has a middle ground approach. There is a duty to retreat, but it doesn't apply in one's home, vehicle, or workplace.